Alrighty, guys. This is a review of The Reign of Superman. Now, if y'all already know, I saw Death of Superman is probably arguably one of my favorite DC anime movies that came out since Batman Red Hood. You know, if I had to make a top 10 list, it would be probably in the top 5, maybe. I don't know. I gotta like literally sit down and really do a top 10 list. If y'all want me to do a top 10 list, let me know. I'll see what I can do, and we'll work some stuff out. But arguably, it's one of my favorite top 10 animes. I mean, not animes, but animation of DC that's came out in recent memory. Now, The Reign of Superman. Is it better? It's okay. I'm not gonna call out here better. It's not below. Like, don't think it's like, oh well, because I gave Death of Superman maybe a 9. This is like right there, like probably a 8.9 out of 10. And let's say that was a 9. They're real close. They're close. Probably because the dynamic of Superman and Lois wasn't really in there too much. Granted, Lois became a strong, like she did more in this film than she did the other one, but I always liked the whole dynamic between Superman and Lois, and they didn't really have that too much in here, so that kind of took it away. I thought the fight with Doomsday, having all the lead members in there, that was pretty cool, because it was a different concept than they did with the comic. With Booster Gold and all of them, they actually used Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, they used all the other characters, so it was pretty cool what they did there. And then this one, the lead took a back seat, which was fine, and it focused more on the other characters like the Clone, Cyborg Superman, the Eradicator, and more so Connor Kent and Cyber Superman, and then the Eradicator, which was fine. And Steel. I thought for what Steel had was pretty good. I mean, he wasn't going to do much, that was fine. Connor, I don't know. I like this Connor more than Young Justice Connor. Is that weird to say? Don't pitchforks at me now. I really do. I thought this Connor was done. And again, Jeremiah, the actor, I think his name Cameron. I don't know his last name, but the guy's talented. He's a good actor, and now it looks like he's a good voice actor. And if they ever do, I wouldn't mind seeing him voice Jason Todd, like in the Young Justice, if they ever get to that point. Voicing him, because he does a good job of Connor. I think I like this Connor more because it shows the dynamic between. He has the look of Superman, but he acts like a child, but more he acts like Lex Luthor. I like that. Where it's Superboy in Young Justice, he acts more like a raging Hulk-like figure, and then he acts less like Superman. Acts more like he doesn't act like now he acts more like Superman now because the older he is. But when he first started, he acted just like a raging Hulk, mad, angry guy. But and then I don't know, he didn't act like a Lex. And if someone say he did, that's a bullshit. He never act like Lex. Connor in this one act like Lex, which I think it really worked for their dynamic. I don't know, just Superboy really didn't act like Superman, and then not till now to the outsiders, but he doesn't really act like Lex either. So it was like, who is he coming off as? And then he came off as a interesting character, but I didn't really care for him in season 1. I care for him a little bit in Outsiders, but not as much as I do in this film. This film made me care about this Connor and this Superboy more so than any other. And I really hope they do something with this Connor Kent and, well, not this, I hope they do something with this Connor and maybe the Robin on the Titans and the Judas contract, and they do some dynamic with those two. Oh, dear Lord. The stuff they can do. Now, I know a lot of people want Jonathan Kent, but I don't think that's going to happen. Plus, Jonathan it's not even born yet. So, yeah. But I really want them to do something with Connor Kent to join the Young Justice, especially this Connor who acts like a Lex, who's a pretty, I want this one. I really did enjoy this one. The Eradicator was cool. It's time for you to be eradicated. And shooting beams out of his hand. You think he came out of Dragon Ball Z. And the fight between Connor and Eradicator, dear Lord, that was some good animation quality right there. I said to myself, good God. Cyborg Superman was enjoyable, and his motivation was pretty cool. And he actually looked like he was about to be Superman. And then the whole twist with how he was created, and you see the little resemblance to Cyborg, and I said, okay, that's a pretty good dynamic. Once again, when it comes to the DC animation department, they know how to create DC movies. And this is a prime example of working what they have, building up to something, making a good event. Now, this is the death of Superman, mind you. This ain't no worldwide event. This is a big event just for Superman. they have made this event, these two films, the biggest thing that happened in the DC animated department. I mean, well, in the animated universe, where you look at fucking the DCU films, they tried and it failed. They failed miserably. I said, how can you fuck this up? The problem is they try to combine everything in one film. You can't do that. You have to build it up. Now they're realizing their mistake, and now they're going the Marvel way, which they should have went anyway. Because now Superman and Batman has suffered. They're going to have to go the Marvel way with Superman and Batman. Honestly, they should have did Superman, another sequel to Superman, that introduced Batman at the end. No, they wanted to rush Batman and Superman together, even though I think Batman did not deserve his own sequel. I think Batman was fine without more films. But if that was just going to be the film, Batman and Superman, just make it that, not all this bullshit. But anyway, I'm going off topic. Forgive me. Reign of Superman is another good installment into the DC animated film. This is really good. I like the lore they did. I like the fact that, now also in this film, Lois and Wonder Woman are buddy gals, because like, yeah, I fucked him. And so, yeah, I fucked him too. So I was like, and Superman like, the world's going to end. World's going to collide. And then you kind of sit there like, yeah, it probably is. But other than that, I really did enjoy this film. It's an 8 out of 10, 8.9 out of 10. It's really enjoyable. Did I enjoy it more than Death of Superman? No, I mean, Death of Superman had me had me just at the edge of my seat. I was like, yo, they got the fighting, and I loved it. This one I definitely enjoyed too. Again, I think the Superman and Lois dynamic, if they had more of that, that would be cool, and great to see a black suit of Superman in there. Sucks that Henry Cavill won't get to don that, but you know, it is what it is on that. I will say this, DC's high right now with their films. Their Aquaman film did very well, box office $1 billion, and which I will address a little bit later. And yeah, that was pretty cool. As always, guys, like and subscribe, take it away, and I am done. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for coming again to Teen Titans Go and have a Johnson D.